In a recent video on my scrap bin channel, I talked about putting my new jointer in the same place that my lathe is right now, with the idea that I would build a new stand for the lathe and I'd be able to park the jointer underneath that. So I thought that would be an interesting project. And since the weather is warmed up, I could get started on it right away. Now, very much like my jointer, I want to make this stand using materials that I already have. So out in my shed, I've got a couple of pieces of steel that I've had for a long time. Now, after I picked out the steel, I took the time to draw something up in SketchUp so that I could get the dimensions correct and the angles. In this drawing, the big green box that you see represents the jointer, its maximum dimensions. So I designed the frame around that. It has to be tall enough to clear it on the top, and the legs have to be spread far enough apart for the jointer to wheel in there. So now what follows is a lot of cutting and welding, and I'm not going to go into much detail in this video on that. I covered it in more depth on the website article if you want to go read that. Basically, the design is for two leg frames, I guess you could call them, and the 2x3 steel posts are the upright parts, and they're cut on a 10-degree angle on each end. And then the horizontal parts are those pieces of square tubing, and it all gets welded solidly together, of course. So instead of talking about these details of the project, I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about the things that I know that I'm going to get comments on. And that's how I'm using my grinder without a guard. Yes, I'm an evil bad guy. I don't use a guard on the grinder, but I highly recommend that you do. Next are the comments that I'm going to get on my welder, how it doesn't have a nozzle on the tip. I've had this machine since 2000. I've never run gas through it. I've only used it with flux core wire, and that doesn't need gas. And the fact is, the flux core wire works better with the tip exposed like that. I find that the nozzle is too clunky and gets in the way. And then the last thing, of course, will be how I'm not wearing gloves while I'm doing all of this welding. After being cooped up indoors all winter, my skin is very pale. So I thought this was a good opportunity for me to work on my suntan. I want this frame to be as strong as it possibly can be, but it still has to be very skeletal, I guess you could call it. So I'm adding these diagonal braces in places where I know that they won't interfere with the jointer when it's parked in there. And once again, I'm using the stuff that I could find in my shed. I used some 3/8" round bar for the top brace and a 1x1 angle for the bottom. After I got the first one welded up, then I could do the second one in the pair, but I had to make that one opposite, of course. And then I took the time to sand all the surfaces and clean it up real nice and get it ready to be painted. I have most of a can of paint left over from painting the logo in the back of my miter saw station, so I figured I could use that for this. And since this paint is really thick, I thought that it would be better to brush it on. But after 2 coats, it was still looking a bit streaky and not covering right, so I decided to switch to spraying it on. And this gave me an opportunity to try out the new sprayer that I bought over the winter. I let the paint dry overnight before mounting the lathe on it. And part of the design of this is that the ways of the lathe actually act as a top member of the stand. So these legs have to be bolted on solidly to that. And that went smoothly enough. I just unbolted it from the old stand and used that to hold it up until I got it up onto the new one. And then the last part of this new stand is a 2x8 cross member that connects the 2 legs at the bottom. And that's the reason why I welded on those rectangular plates before. And the plank that I have here has been sitting around for a couple of years, and it's kind of twisted and it's kind of not flat. So this is a great opportunity to try out the new jointer to flatten the side of this that gets bolted onto the frame. And with that out of the way, I can move it in tight to the wall, and I can roll the jointer in and see how it looks. I love it when I can put two major tools in the same space and still have both of them convenient to use.